So we have a pyramid. We're going to take this one a little farther. We're going to find the surface area. Volume is pretty straightforward. Volume is just the area of the base times the height. And I'm told it's a square-based pyramid. So then I can assume there's 28 by 28. And nice thing about areas of pyramids, it's regardless of what kind of base it has, it's always one, not 1/3, 1/3, not 1/2, because we're in 3 dimensions. Whatever the area of the base is, times whatever the height is. And the height is always measured perpendicular to the base. So this one right here, its volume, and again, that's volume, is going to be 1/3 of 28 times 28 times 31. And that calculation will give me the volume. So just a couple of notes here. Oh, I lied. 31 is not the height. 31.
I was going to ask you that because that's what I was doing too.
31 is the slant length here, not the height. I misplaced that. Okay, so that is incorrect. I need to find the height, and it turns out I do have enough information here. I have this inner right triangle drawn with the dotted lines there. And what do I know about that triangle? Well, I know the hypotenuse here is 31. And since that right angle is here, doesn't mention this, but this is a right pyramid, meaning the vertex is above the center of the base. And they didn't mention that, but you would need to know that. Otherwise, you would have to assume that to be true to guess that the bottom here has to be half of 28 or 14. And that's only going to be true if this is a square-based right pyramid. And again, a right pyramid means the vertex is directly above the center of the base. Okay, so with that in mind, I can then find the height by using the Pythagorean theorem. So I get an extra step before I can find the height. So the height squared plus half of the base length, 14 squared, equals that diagonal length, which is 31. And I need to square that according to Pythagorean theorem. So again, Pythagorean theorem says take the lengths of the legs, square them, add them up, set it equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Solving for the height here, I'm going to get the height squared is 31 squared minus 14 squared. And to get the height alone, we would take the square root of each side. And that's likely going to be not a nice number. Let's go ask the calculator. So I want the square roots of 31 squared minus 14 squared. And yeah, it's an irrational number. It didn't come out to be a nice square root of a whole number. So about 27 point, I'm going to hold on to a few decimal places for now. Let's do 5 just to be safe. 65863. So that is what we believe to be the height, approximately 27,65863. 27,65863. Okay, so to get the volume, then I can just multiply that in up here where I need the height. So let's see, we have the height now. It's about to 4 decimal places. Should read directions better. 27.6586. Let's write it in red so we can shout back at the instructions in red. Area of the base of the pyramid, well, that's just 28 times 28. No need to worry about rounding there. Yes, it is. I have to type a number, not a calculation. Oh, they'll take a calculation. So I could type 28, just 28. And instead of rounding here, I can type a calculation. So I could say, hey, it's just the square root of 31 squared minus 14 squared. That should be acceptable. Or we could state the rounded answer to 4 decimal places. So All right, lateral surface area. So the lateral surface area, those are these sides that are kind of vertical. Lat is side, ignoring the base. Total surface area would include the base. So let's figure that out. So for the lateral surface area, we have, because this is a square and it's a right pyramid, we have 4 identical triangular bases. Triangle has an area of 1/2 base times height, and they all have a base of 28 and a height, which is this lateral length 31, because that is perpendicular to the 28 base. So on this triangular face, that length of 31 is perpendicular to the 28. So that's the height of the lateral side there. So 4 triangles, each of those triangles has an area of 1/2 28 times 31. So that calculation is the lateral surface area. The total surface area is the area above plus the 28 times 28. The area of the base, which we have above there. And the volume we're about to calculate right there. So let's get a few more calculations going on here. All right, so in my calculator, so that would be the diagonal. Once I have that, I can find the volume. 1/3 times the base of 28 times 28 times that previous answer right there. So I get a volume of 7,228, and I think there were 2 decimal places on that one. So 7,22812. And that's going to be cubic units. The total surface area and the lateral surface area. So this calculation again is the lateral surface area. If we combine that with the area of the base, that'll give us the total surface area. Let's get that. So the area of the base, 28 times 28, plus those 4 lateral triangles, and they're each 1/2 of 28 by 30. So I get a total surface area of the base and 4 sides of 2,520. Those are my answers. And again, you could enter the calculation on any of these, or you could enter the calculated values since they give us this enter a mathematical expression option, or we could enter a number. So if I hit more, it'll say like a number or a calculation. Then 2,520. It's 1,228.12. Yep. All right, see if the computer system agrees with me today. It's my lucky day.